G'day guys, what's up? My name is Zach, and I've actually got this sick little setup to make me almost look like I almost know what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm probably gonna cop a little bit of shit for this, not gonna lie. So, backstory. On Friday night, there was a massive, big street takeover, lockdown, God knows what everything was happening down there. There were fireworks, police cars were damaged, there was so much that was going on. Sorry if I keep glancing down at my computer right now. I've actually tried in this video, and I've like written a script as to everything I wanted to get into this video. Basically what has happened is thousands of people have gathered in this massive big industrial park following like a massive big Bunnings car park meet, and it was like a Hollywood style massacre. There were fireworks, there were police cars everywhere, there was police choppers. It almost looked like an F-Spot video. I honestly didn't think that I was watching anything from Australia. Not only that, but some of the people that were actually involved in this crashed their cars. I know there was a Ford Falcon BA, there was also a silver Holden station wagon I think crashed, and there was a whole bunch of people injured. People are in serious conditions in hospital. Basically, like, thousands of people went out, blocked off roads, did skids, people got injured, police got injured, police cars were severely damaged, and just shit absolutely hit the fan in our own backyards. Yeah. This sucks. Now, before I go any further in this video, I want to quickly point out that I'm not siding with any side in this thing whatsoever at the moment. In this situation, I'm siding with the government and the police. However, in the past, I've had issues with both parties. For starters, my Perth meet got absolutely inundated by police the second I rocked up. I actually flew over to Perth, held a massive big car meet to try and meet as many of you guys as possible. Police came 1 minute after I rocked up, and we didn't even do anything. No one had even left, done anything, did a skid, there was no revving, there was no nothing. And police came from both ends, locked everyone down, and defected pretty much every single car in the car park. Not only that, but pretty much every single QLD car meet that I've ever been to has had police present. Matsuri, they had defect stations out the side of Matsuri, and just everything that there is to do around cars in Queensland has had police presence there, whether it's been good or bad. And not only that, but the government also threatening to close down some of our favourite tracks, such as Archerfield Drift Park, Lakeside, because of housing developments. There's been a whole lot of stuff that's been going on in Queensland at the moment that I could imagine has fueled this sort of anger, but the fact that it's been happening for years just goes to prove how mindless these idiots are, to be honest. So what are the consequences of these types of meets happening? Even though they've happened for years, what is especially crazy in particular about this certain car meet here? First of all, this is kind of one of the craziest, most publicised meets that we've had in all of Queensland history, and that is not a good thing. Bazza, who thinks he's top shit, is jumping in his VN Commodore with no fuel filler cap and then going, "Holy shit, this is fucking crazy. If I turn the wheel this way, it spins like that, and if I turn it this way, it spins like that. And if I hold my foot down, it keeps going round and there's smoke, and it's just fucking sick, man." In actual fact, some of them actually have a little bit more brains than that Bazza character that I just apparently made up. These guys actually think that they're rebelling against the fact that the government is not giving them enough space to actually do these types of things that they want to do. These car enthusiasts that like to do burnouts and spin around in circles and create smoke. But no, what are the consequences of these things? Firstly, these 1,000 people or so that go out and do these Hoon meetups is the reason that we have police presence at most QLD car meets. The police are the ones that are told to go to these things to enforce laws and stuff like that. They are being told by people higher up to go and enforce laws on these car meets and make sure that everyone is doing the right thing. So the easiest thing that we can do is go and do the right thing. The quicker we do the right thing, the less we're going to see police that have to enforce us to do the right thing. It's not that freaking difficult to think about. Aside from my English that apparently is not working today. And not only that, we are all being branded as Hoons. Even me downstairs with cars that can barely spin the wheels, I'm being branded as a Hoon simply because I own 2 Japanese cars from the 90s. The fact that they're both kind of loud and everything else as well. Myself and a lot of other people included are being branded as these Hoon types of characters. And it's certainly not the case when we put all of our money, all of our time, all of our knowledge and skill, and well, not really skill in my case, but just all of their knowledge and everything else as well into their cars and treat them like their girlfriend or boyfriend. We love our cars so much, and to be placed in this certain category of people that don't give a shit about anything like that is honestly disheartening. And not only that, but people think it's a great idea that we are getting put all over the media and we're getting our voices heard, apparently. Getting our voices heard. We do not have the power over the media, over the government, over the police, over anything. I really hope that every single person that did the wrong thing at that car meet, spectated, actually contributed, even just supports these types of meets, gets the full book thrown at them. You guys honestly deserve it. They honestly think they're rebelling to try and get a free skid pad available to use. They literally all want a concrete slab in the middle of nowhere so they can go do their little spinny things. And I can understand that, okay? I can understand the fact that they want some places to go and do these things. However, no matter what, there's still gonna be legal things that are still gonna have to take place at that venue so no one gets in trouble. There's still gonna have to be restrictions involved so these places can be insured. There's just gonna be a whole big muck around. It's not as easy just to going out to the back roads of Pimpamar and chucking a big concrete slab down there and then saying, hey hoons, go have the fucking time of your lives down there, because it's not that easy. For one, the government makes a whole lot more money by actually catching you guys out and doing the wrong thing. They're going to make a whole lot more money than just chucking out a concrete skid pad, so just keep in mind that as well. The government is a business and is very money hungry, just like any business out there would be, so just keep that in mind. So what are these guys wanting with their rebellion kind of bullshit? As I said, they want a skid pad. That's all they want apparently. They just want to be left alone. This is the most stupid way that I could ever have thought about being left alone, but whatever you guys think. And by protesting against the government and everything else as well, with their multi-thousand attendees and throwing fireworks here and there and starting you cute little hashtags saying bring us the skid pad, thinking that you're going to reach just as many people as the Black Lives Matter movement, you are very, very badly mistaken, because it is not going to do shit. What do we actually have out there in Queensland at the moment that's actually going to be beneficial to you guys? Like, I don't understand why you guys need to do shit on the street and make everything so bad for everyone else that is in this little community that we're in, where we all want to enjoy car meets, we all want to enjoy driving around without having police tailgate you and pull you over because you're a hoon driver on the street and you're literally just cruising with traffic. We have Archerfield Drift Park that do beginner days for all you guys that think that drifting is going around in circles and steering left and steering right and thinking that full throttle manging is fucking sick, because it's fucking not. There is intermediate drifting training. You can also go there with Luke Fink. He will literally come and sit in the seat with you and teach you all about your car, all about how to actually properly drive so you can be better prepared for situations that arise on the road. You can actually get extremely good at drifting, and you can actually gather a cult following and bring more people to the sport, which would in turn give you guys more tracks, because it would be more profitable for people to actually build them. Not only that, but Archerfield Drift Park is open 3 to 4 times a week, and it costs $80 entry for 4 hours of doing whatever the fuck you want on the entire track. How sick is that? Not only that, you have Power Play, which is the full day of QR. You go out and do whatever the hell you want. That's exactly the same as Friday events, so there's already 2 more events in a year that you guys can do. Plus Power Cruise. You have the short track, you have Burnouts, you have the wet skid pan, you have QR, all to yourself, and you can go way freaking quicker, and it's a lot more fun at QR than it is out the back of any fucking industrial car park and destroying the roads and, you know, destroying police cars and shit like that. It's ridiculous. We have QRD Drift Matsuri, where people with actual kind of skill, not including myself, but people with skill can actually go out and do cool shit. And there is crowds of thousands of people that are actually legally filming you doing legal things, and you won't have issues with the police. How crazy is that? You have All Aussie Day, All Jap Day, All Euro Day, all at Lakeside Raceway. You have Grip Attack, where you can actually push your car to its limit and have some fun on the track with your mates and push your car to its limits, and you can learn more about your car in turn. Not only that, but we have Drive and Slide Days, where it's like a wet skid pan. You can learn how to drift at Mount Cotton, Norwell Motorplex. There's a place out at Gympie. Plus we have Morgan Park, which is God knows how. I think it's like 3 hours or so out. It's not even that hard. And not only that, but we also had Rocky Nats. Or you guys just want to go down to the back roads of Gold Coast, where it just smells like shit and everything else as well, when you could literally get all your mates together, go up to Rocky Nats and go watch legal burnouts with, you know, Australia's greatest bogans. Like, it'd be freaking awesome. I was actually trying to head up there unless this whole, you know, COVID thing didn't hit Brisbane. But it literally happened the same time that all you guys were doing this shit, making us look bad. It would be so much more fun and so much better, and I don't know why you guys just didn't enjoy the weekend and go up and do that instead. I'm one of those people that firmly believes in the right time and place for everything, and what you dickheads are doing is not, yeah. And if you guys follow that sort of stuff, I don't want you to follow me. So, it's a fair call. Locking down the streets, destroying public property, pissing off Ros Bates because she's just trying to crack down on the fact that you guys are doing illegal shit is not the way that you're going to win this war. This war has two main sides. I'm gonna say in the red corner because it was mainly Commodores that I saw doing stupid shit down at this car meet. In the red corner, you have a pretty strong army. You have the Deros of Gold Coast, you have teens with P-plates, you have Commodores with no fuel filler caps, you have young adults, you got fireworks. Yeah, people that think they can change society by blowing up a set of tires in an industrial park with a few little cute hashtag slogans that say, oh my god, you guys should build us a little place to do this legally. It's not gonna fucking work because in the blue corner, you have the government that has more of a say over what happens in Australia than you guys. They also have more money. They are in fact well educated, sometimes stubborn, listens to the issues in a majority. They're money hungry, and the biggest point of failure is they hold all of the power of all the decisions that they make of changes that happen here in Australia, whether it comes to police cracking down for the next 2 weeks on modified cars even though we didn't do anything wrong. They hold all the power to install more hooning cameras or install bricked up road surfaces that are apparently going to stop hooning, which honestly don't, but they have the power to do all this shit. They have the power to easily fight back against everything that you guys are fighting for, but it's a shithouse argument you guys are trying to put forward. There are way better ways to look at this whole situation. There's a better way that car enthusiasts as a whole can handle this situation. And just look at Japan, for example. Every single night at Daikoku PA in the biggest city in Japan, hundreds upon just thousands of people and their modified cars that are like centimeters off the ground all meet in this one car park in Daikoku. It is the most wholesome, most positive experience. There is people there that have like riced out shit. There is people there that have like massive big four-wheel drives. There's a lot of American blokes there. There's so much cool stuff that's going on, and there are sick builds in Australia and people are just so negative towards them, but there's so much just cool stuff going on there, and police don't care because everyone is respectful, everyone leaves the car meet just as they drove in. You know, there's no revving, there's no mass. When I was with Sam over in Japan, we were literally driving around a bright pink S15 with a screamer, over fenders on over fenders with the -7-degree friggin' stanced out wheels that were already poking like an inch outside the guards. We went past a police officer that was directing traffic and he didn't even give a shit about this thing. Like, could you imagine that in Australia? Like, you could literally pull outside your driveway and you would have a cop waiting there ready to just pull you over and just defect you as you were coming off your driveway. That could be the way that Australia could handle this, but this burnout shit does not help. We need to think of more ways that we can do good in this community and that we can show people that car enthusiasts can actually make a positive influence on this whole thing. There is a lot of money in the car scene. There is a lot of money in car parts. We have an amazing car scene here in Australia if you want to look at the positive side of it. We need to enjoy ourselves when it's safe. We need to drive around in safe cars and tastefully modified cars that are safe. They're not just thrown together, rusted out buckets of shit. Like the ones that go to these Hoon meetup. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a sucker for a skid, but only when it's legal. I go out to events like Power Play, I go watch the burnouts. It's friggin' cool to see an AU with Bozo pipes, friggin', you know, doing a single pegger in the QR drift pad, skid pad, whatever it is. And I love it because it's legal and there's so many hundreds of people that go there and film it and just enjoy it. And you know, the blokes get out of their cars and they hype up the crowd and it's freaking sick. There's so much energy that's happening there. And even though it's a bucket of shit, that car, everyone is so happy and so positive about it and it's freaking awesome. I don't know why you guys are not doing that legally. It's so much more fun to go do that. And not only that, you're also supporting Australian businesses. You're keeping QR open. You're keeping Lakeside Raceway open. You're keeping Luke Fink's Drift Park open. If you go and support these places that actually give you a legal place to do this crap, that we have probably more chances in Brisbane here alone than anywhere else in the world to actually go do this shit, then we can keep these places open. And not only that, it's going to be so profitable for other people to actually start making these places and making these venues that it's actually going to start happening more often, and we can actually get motorsports as a whole looked at a lot more positively than it currently is. I don't know why the fuck you guys are doing this. It's stupid. There are hundreds of thousands of car enthusiasts here in Australia that are looking down upon you guys because you guys are a bunch of shitheads. There is a time and a place for everything. Go out, support these businesses that give you track time so much cheaper than pretty much anywhere else in the world. Actually use them to your advantage. Go learn how to drive your car. Go do burnouts in legal locations. I can guarantee you guys right now that when I started getting out on track and I actually understood that there were so many cool track days here in Australia, that you stop doing shit on the street. You stop losing your license. You can actually afford to go to these track events if you stop doing shit out in the street because you have licenses. You have, it's an awesome world being able to drive. If there's something you guys can do, is it's never go to these huge hoon meetups. And if I can change just one person to not go to these hoon meetups, my video here is done. I'm more than happy with that. There are a lot of businesses you can support that legally give you the place to go and do this stuff. I highly recommend that you just quickly do a little bit of research so you can go around and find out how to do it. Always be positive in the car scene. Respect all builds. Other countries have it. Why can't we? Why can't we have a sick car scene here in Australia? We have so many cool cars that the world can only dream of. America just wishes that they had some of the cars that we have here. Why can't we take advantage of positively influencing this entire scene instead of thinking that we're going to get a cool skid pad if we go out and do skids in an industrial park? It's not going to happen that way. Leave your ideas down below. I really hope you guys appreciated the video. I'll see you on the next one.